You know what's okay? This is crazy,
I
dude.
woke up this morning and I was not ready to be awake because I was hungover, and I uploaded a video on People Also Search For channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
The show where we find all the answers to life's greatest questions and play video games sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
Just for
and
fun.
subscribe. But yeah, so I woke up and yeah, and then I uploaded a video and I was like, I'm going back to sleep, and I did, and I slept for many more hours.
Jacob, that's amazing.
It's a real hero's journey.
Mm-hmm. You know, I felt like a hero during the week because I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning,
Man.
and I never wake up that early, and I woke up that early, and I was like, you know what? I'm not tired. I don't really want to get back into bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up and made
jacked off.
eggs with avocado for breakfast, and I ate that before going to work. I was like, this is the most adult thing I've ever done in my entire life.
You think?
Cooked breakfast.
Having an avocado scrambler
Yeah, man.
on toast.
It's good. It's good.
Was it a sandwich or was it with toast?
No, I just did the eggs, and I had like this spicy kind of avocado, like guacamole stuff.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't just a slice of avocado.
No,
Because that's a big difference, you know. That fresh avocado,
It
it's
was
different
pretty
than
good though. I got
guacamole.
like this organic avocado, like spread stuff. So it's basically just like a fresh avocado. There's not much in it.
Damn.
It's good stuff.
Breakfast of champions over here.
Yeah.
People also search for. Already did that part, so yeah.
But
Today
yeah,
I want to
but-
learn about bruises.
Man, I've been taking a lot of damage lately. And I
Sometimes you fall down and your bum.
yeah, sometimes you hurt your muscles. Sometimes you hurt the
You can even hurt
your
your
bones.
bone.
But sometimes you just bruise your skin.
Sometimes
so,
you just bruise your penis.
you know, there's a lot of other things that can bruise too, like bananas. But we'll get into
Or
that
your
another
ego,
day.
Ryan. Your ego.
Yes, it's very,
Yeah, and we'll be right back.
very painful.
Oh, man. So, first, let's just find, like, the definition of a bruise. Just so, you know, just so
What
we get
is
everyone on
a
track, on the
bru-
same page here to start off the show.
Bruise.
All right.
Whoa. The
Also
other name for it
called-
is weird.
Oh, frick. Ecchymosis. I think that's how you would say it.
Ecchymosis.
All right, real quick side search. Search for like just search for ecchymosis. That's ECCHYMOSIS for the listeners.
Moses went to Egypt town. Let my people go.
Yeah, we all remember that hit.
Yeah, dude. Moses.
There is a Moses like kids Christian song though.
Wait, seriously?
It's like, oh Pharaoh, let my people go. Yeah, yeah. It's like a ripoff of Louie. But it's about Moses.
Really? That's
Yeah.
amazing. I didn't know that. Dude.
Okay.
An etymosis.
Oh, there's a little clickable icon. Let's hear how it's pronounced. That's what I want.
Ecchymosis.
Oh.
Do it again, Ryan.
Ecchymosis.
Oh, you say it so good.
Ecchymosis.
Ecchymosis. Okay, so I was wrong, but that would be blood or bleeding under the skin due to a trauma of any kind, typically black and blue at first, with color changes as healing progresses.
Oh, so it's like, okay, it's like the underlayer of your skin got damaged.
Bruising have causes that aren't due to underlying disease. Examples include blunt trauma, injury, recent IV use, or drawing blood. Oh, that happened to me one time. I was very, very
Turned a little
broke
purple?
at the time, and I was donating a little bit of my plasma. You know.
Oh yeah, and the donating plasma needles are huge. People used to do that in college a lot so that they could make some money.
Yeah, I
But
did
then
that.
they feel like crap all day.
I did that a few times when I lived in the old Land of Enchantment there down in the Southwest, and yeah, it's not really very painful, but you definitely feel like very depleted afterwards, and because it's a lot of plasma they be taking, and I think you get about $75 like the first time, and then $50 every time after that.
Whoa.
So
it's like they're trying to get you in.
It's like a good little scratch, if you're really, really struggling to get by at the time. And yeah, I did it a few times, and then like the last time that I did it was like the woman couldn't find my vein, like the nurse or whatever. She couldn't find my vein, and it took a while, and then eventually she just was like, okay, I think I got it, and then she didn't have it. And apparently she like put it in the wrong place, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna have to put it in the other arm now, because she clearly like fucked up. So then she couldn't use that vein to do it.
She's like, your vein is permanently closed off now, I'm sorry.
And then she used my other arm. I was already like getting paranoid, like, what the fuck, like is everything okay, like am I like should we just stop, like and then she was like, I'm gonna put it in the other arm. So she, it takes like anywhere from like 2 to 10 minutes to get your vein like more exposed. If you like, my veins are pretty deep in my arm, whereas like some people that you can see them like right on the surface.
Mine are like the exact opposite. They're all like on the surface. Like you can see like indents of them.
Yeah. And then some people have even like huge indents of them, like like bodybuilders and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can always see their veins, but so yeah, she couldn't find the, like, again, like when she switched to the other arm, she's like, I don't know, like I can't. And she was like, all right, just keep using the, like they give you like a stress ball to squeeze.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to like they put like a tourniquet kind of thing around your arm while you do it to like get your vein engorged. And so eventually she's just like, all right, it's fine, like I can get it. And then she did it, and it like felt different from all the other times that I had it done. And then for like, because usually when you get plasma drawn, it's just a little bit tight there, like from where the needle goes. It's just a little bit tight, and it kind of feels like, I don't know, strained, like you have kind of like a soreness for just like maybe 2 days at the most. And I had a huge fucking bruise at the entry point, and it hurt for like 2 weeks.
What?
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck did she fucking do?
After she messed up?
Yeah, I think it was from the first one. Like the first arm. Like,
the one they didn't even draw it from.
Yeah, which was, I think, my left arm. And yeah, there was a huge bruise, and then it was sore for like 2 weeks. I'm like, what the fuck did she do to me?
She freaking stabbed you, dude.
Yeah. Yep.
Essentially, she like, instead of drawing the blood like she was supposed to, she just stabbed you right in the arm.
Right in the vein.
Yeah.
Or not in the vein, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's an important vein.
And it did bleed more than it would usually do when she took it out. I'm like,
she's like, we're gonna have a problem here.
Just put some iodine on that.
She's like, don't panic, it's fine. I'm gonna go get the doctor.
I'm sure it had happened before to other people.
Oh, probably. It probably happens all the time.
She's like, you got those deep veins. We gotta pop those bad boys out. I wonder what
deep vein.
Yeah, let's look for deep veins versus
spider veins.
Yeah, I guess. Wow, there was a lot of deep veins in stroke, deep veins in muscles. Deep veins
the first thing that comes up is deep veins versus superficial veins.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I wanted. Superficial is the word that I couldn't think of. Superficial vein is a vein that is close to the surface of the body. This differs from deep veins that are far from the surface. Superficial veins are not paired with an artery, unlike the deep veins, which typically have an artery with the same name close by. So this counts for everyone. Everyone has superficial veins and deep veins.
Yeah,
but like I do have
but your superficial veins,
like the veins deeper in my wrists are superficial. Like I can see them, and they're, there's like a little bit of a noticeable bump there.
Yeah, but when you get blood drawn, it's always from the elbow. It's from the deep vein, that big one that's right in the other side of your elbow.
Gotta get that blood out.
Yeah. or get that blood in.
Like a Dracula.
Yeah, it's when you donate plasma, it sucks your blood out and then like takes all the plasma out of your blood and then it pumps the blood back into you.
Yeah. It's very weird.
Where did they put how do they pump it back in? Do they just do it afterwards?
It actually works through the same needle.
What?
Yeah.
It's like 2 needles in one? Oh, is that why it's a thick needle?
There's 2 tubes, and once they get the blood out, once they take your blood out, then the machine takes the plasma out of it, and then your blood is still put back in.
Yeah.
Man, seeing blood in a tube is pretty fascinating, you know? Like, that's why I always was comfortable with it, because I was just like, whoa, that's my blood, but it's not in me.
It's like, it's the best way to look inside yourself is to just see your blood.
Yeah, but some people get really freaked out when they see blood. They're
Blood.
like, oh my god,
I'm
death. Like, all they can think of is death and mortality.
I'm curious if I typed in, like, why do people freak out when they see blood?
Because they're
we
about
might
to
get an answer to that. Like,
because they're about to
it's hemophobia.
Yeah. Yes,
Hemophobia. It's a unique because it also produces what's called a vasovagal response. A vasovagal response means you have a drop in your heart rate and blood pressure in response to a trigger such as the sight of blood. When this happens,
triggered.
When this happens, you may feel dizzy or faint. Dude, I've had a vasovagal response before.
Yeah?
Yeah, I get it when I get blood drawn, but
really?
but it's not from seeing it. It's just like
you're just like, they're taking my ego, and then you just pass out.
Yeah,
no,
it's like no.
It's like the narcissist version of the scene where Darth Vader wakes up after having the android part of his body installed. You know, when Anakin turns into Darth Vader and he wakes up and he just, like, looks at himself in the reflection. He's just like, no! But you just see, like...
I'm the same as everyone else now!
You just see your blood and you're like, my ego.
Yeah.
They're taking my essence.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? Remember those commercials from the 90s where they had, like, it was like an smoking marijuana commercial?
Oh,
and you would see, like, the people who were, like,
they're
if
deflated.
you get high, they're, like, deflated. I was like...
Those are gross.
Yeah, they're disgusting. But I'm, like, that's what I'm imagining you would look like when your ego gets sucked out of you. Via a plasma machine.
I forgot that there was like anti-pot. It was called like Truth or something. Oh man, what's that? That was fucking lame as hell.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of...
If you smoke weed, your dog's gonna start talking to you, and he's disappointed.
Weed.
That was the other one I really remembered.
Commercial.
Oh, Deflated came up.
Anti-weed commercial, Deflated. Yeah. This is what I'm
Remember
thinking. God, is that disturbing?
Yeah, that's bad, like, early 2000s CG.
Oh, yeah.
A girl becomes flat from smoking pot. Yeah, that's pretty gross.
That's exactly what happens when you smoke marijuana. I can say firsthand.
Also, there's a weird picture of a couch that looks like it has a face on it.
That's
it says,
when
you hit the blunt too hard and turn into a couch.
At marijuana.
That just makes me think of that one episode of Rick and Morty where they went into the parallel universe, but all the people were couches and they sat on human beings like as furniture.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that is funny.
Whoever
made that meme. Woo,
that's a really great picture.
Oh, that couch face is just as good.
Yeah, that.
That's that one's the same, but it says when you turn into a chair.
I know nobody can see this, but does this face remind you of the Brave Little Toaster?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
even
this
though
couch looks like it's like the Brave Little Toaster face.
Kind of, not really, but it reminds me of that universe.
Yeah.
Because the Brave Little Toaster wasn't brown, and his face was a little bit different than that.
Dude,
he had
you know
like
that
big
the Brave
eyes.
Little Toaster went to the moon? Or he went to space?
Oh, look, they even parodied
that
that anti-weed commercial on Family Guy.
Oh, yeah. When Meg's, like, all deflated.
Oh, my God. That's so fucking dumb. There was also the one that I really remembered was the dog, like, started talking to the person.
Oh,
and he was,
yeah.
like, all bummed out and, like, disappointed in his owner. He's like, really, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. I don't know what the dog said, but it was fucking stupid.
Oh, it's no, dude. I think that's this one right here.
Yeah, I think that is it.
Oh yeah, here you go. Hey Lindsay, I wish you didn't smoke weed. You're not the same when you smoke, and I miss my friend. I'll be outside, says the dog.
Oh my god! And it says, "How would you tell a friend?"
Dude,
You're just not the same since you've been token up, bro.
This is
You used to like to go outside and skateboard and hit the waves and hang 10 with me, and then you smoked a little doobie, and now you're freaking lame, bro. You're just playing video games. You're freaking shredding on some Halo and some freaking Call of Duty, bro, all day drinking Mountain Dew, bro. Where's my bro? I miss my bro. Come on, come outside. The sunshine, man. You're not getting enough vitamin D, my man, bro. Come on, bro, dude. Let's hit the waves. Let's shred. Let's shred on the nar, bro. Used to like doing that type of stuff with me, bro. Like hanging out, doing friend stuff, hugging, maybe a little bit of kissing on the side. We'd have a couple beers on the beach, bro. But we never toked those doobies, and you took that doobie, and now you're just not the same, bro. You're ruined forever. You're like a shell of a man, bro. I mean, come on, dude, bro. Come on. Stop with the freaking herbery and the shrubbage and the freaking dank, bro. Stop hitting that bong and start hitting the waves, bro. You're just not the same. Frick. Used to hang out, bro. Let's hit the waves. Let's hang out on the beach, bro. Pick up some babes. Get some digits, bro. We used to do friend stuff, We used to touch our peepees together and stuff like that, bro.
Whoa. Getting a little bit pornographic.
It had to resolve somewhere.
Yeah, like that's just the beginning of a porno where like there's a dog getting it on with a lady.
Touch our peepee tips together, bro. What happened? We used to be friends. We used to hang out.
Oh my god. Why?
Anti-weed surfer guy from Northern California,
anti-weed
Southern California,
surfer, pug, right? It would be. I was imagining it as a pug the whole time.
No, I think you're thinking of Men in Black.
Oh yeah. With the it's crazy because in those movies like they put like the peanut butter in the dog's mouth so it looks like they're talking.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's how they used to do it.
I know that's how they did Mr. Ed. With Wilbur.
Oh no, that's like a typical.
Hey, Wilbur.
Now they like just CGI the like animals' mouths and it looks really unrealistic.
Oh, yeah.
But
like Air Bud.
Yeah.
Wait, did Air Bud talk?
No.
There was also a show on Disney Channel called Dog with a Blog. And it was like a CGI.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a CGI golden retriever that like.
What?
Or maybe it might have been a golden retriever, but he would like talk and he like had a fucking like podcast or some shit.
The dog did?
From 2012. There was 3 seasons. Dog with a Blog is a sitcom that is told from the pup's perspective. Oh my god. Oh, that's hard to read. The program is program with 2 M's and an E.
Spent a long time writing this too. Like
is about a newly blended family, led by parents Bennett and Ellen, whose kids Tyler, Avery, and Chloe are trying to adjust to life as step-siblings. Whoa, what type of wacky incidents can occur? Tyler and Avery are typical teenager. I don't know.
Dude, this show must be really
I already
good because
am
it's
getting
a
mad.
4.8 out of 10.
Oh, God. Just look at the picture of the dog. Like that's what I want you to see. I guess seeing a picture wouldn't really do it justice because you're not seeing the bad CGI.
That's true.
All right, we're going to pause and Ryan's going to see it. Everyone go on YouTube and like and subscribe. Oh, my God. Whoa. Oh, never.
That show was a big old bruise on my brain.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah, we've spent long enough getting on every tangent in the world. I don't even know how we got to this shit.
I don't even want to know because I don't like where it ended.
Just rewind and you'll find out, listeners. But we went very far from bruises and now we're going to go back. And I would say the last time I had a really bad bruise was like, it was winter time and I was like going down a few steps. I think it was like 2 or 3 steps like on a back patio and I slipped like I went to go smoke a cigarette and I like immediately slipped on the stair because there was a bunch of ice on it, but it had been covered by like fresh snow. So I stepped down to the first step and immediately just went horizontal. And I landed right on the top part of my like hip, like up where the bone connects with the hip, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a huge bruise. It was like, it had to have been like 8 or 9 inches vertical and like 6 inches wide. It was fucking enormous. And it was like, had that yellowy, disgusting, like middle, you know, like in the center where the impact point was.
Oh yeah, that's a hard
God.
hit, dude.
I
Ice will do you in.
Oh yeah, I fucking hate winter, and I don't want to live like in Ohio because it sucks ass.
I like winter,
I
but
fucking hate it. Like I loved it when I was little because it was like, oh, you get snow days and you can go outside and have fun. But now it's just like, nope. You have to get up for work and scrape a bunch of ice off your car for 15 minutes while you're waiting for the fucking thing to heat up, and it's like negative 10 degrees outside and you're like, this is fucking bullshit.
yeah.
And then all the salt on the road like deteriorates your car and shit and like fucking rusts out the frame.
During wintertime, the entire world becomes a hazard. Because, you know, most of the time you've got sidewalks. You've got, like, the road is fairly safe if you're in a car. But all those places, hazards. Your stairs go from being an ally to an enemy.
Yeah. I mean, people will be like, you know, just walking, and you could like hit a patch of ice and you'll just see somebody start like skating on their shoes, you know, just like, whoa.
Yeah, and then if you watch the same spot for long enough where there's like slick ice, you'll eventually see somebody fall.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, or like everybody who's like doesn't see the person shake, like hit the ice and shake beforehand, will like hit the same spot and do almost the exact same thing.
Yeah, I fucking hate the winter time, and I hate being cold. It's oppressive. Like, being hot can be oppressive, especially if you're at work and you're like, fuck, it's so goddamn hot. That can suck, but, like, I can deal with that. I can go stand in the AC for 10 minutes and, like, kind of get a drink of water, and I feel a little bit better. But with the cold, and we both worked in a warehouse at one point where there wasn't very much heating.
Nope.
And I would spend
water in the building.
I think I spent maybe 3 winters. I think that's how long I worked at this place, but 3 winters.
Yeah, I think it was 3 winters.
And essentially 20-degree weather. Like, you can go stand under the heater and it feels nice, but like, you know, I would wear 3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of pants, and 3 shirts. Like, well, 2 shirts. Like a long sleeve shirt, like a thermal shirt with a t-shirt over it, and a hoodie, and then a winter jacket over that.
Yeah, I always
3 years.
I always did like the sweatpants under a like pair of regular pants thing. Whenever I went, it was cold, man.
I would go home, and
no gloves either because you had, like working with your hands. So.
Yeah, I mean, I had fingerless. Like, I had the kind of fingerless gloves where there's like a mitten attached to it, you know, where you just flop it over your fingers.
Yeah.
I had that, so every once in a while I would put the mitten part on and warm up my hands. But yeah, we were like painting and sculpting and shit, so we had to use our hands. But man, that was rough. Like, it was a good experience to have, but yeah.
Yeah, it made us into the men we are.
Yeah, working in any type of extreme weather sucks, but like, man, I lived in New Mexico and I never thought it was like too hard to deal with the heat, and the hottest I experienced was 111.
I don't think I've ever been anywhere that was that hot. Maybe.
But a lot of the time it was dry, like there wasn't humidity, and like when it's humid and I have to work where I work now at a warehouse, when it's humid, like the AC for a warehouse with like some fans going, that's not staving off the humidity, you know, because it's such a giant open space.
Yeah.
But holy fuck, like,
you just feel wet all day.
But
wet and cold.
Being cold is worse in my opinion. Like, yeah. I fucking hate Ohio.
You hate the Ohio weather.
Yeah.
I kind of like it because you get a little bit of everything. But it's the thing I don't like is it's random. There's like a part of the year where it'll like snow one day and then be like scorching hot the next day, and then it'll be like autumn another day, and then it'll snow again. But
Yeah,
then it'll go
I
back
hate
to being
that.
hot.
I fucking hate that.
There's
shit.
like a good month-long period where it's
And-
always like that in Ohio.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, even in the desert, like, you can still get a sense of the seasons changing, because, like whatever trees there are, you know, they still, the leaves still change, but, you know, when you're in the desert, a lot of the landscaping is like cacti or cactuses, as we learned about before.
Yeah.
Cactuses are just pretty much staying the same all year round. Like sometimes if it gets super cold where there's a frost, that can kill
They'll put on like a winter jacket or something.
that can kill some of the vegetation. But there are like normal trees, and you can notice like, and then especially if you go up into the mountains, like in the wintertime, it's snowy. Like, you know, obviously it's the elevation's higher. So, I mean, you can still get different senses of like climate, but personally I love the desert way more than having to deal with like the Midwest, like Rust Belt winter. And one time I made the mistake of being in Pittsburgh during the winter, and they have fucking giant steep hills all over the place that like lead down to the river.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh hills are crazy.
So imagine that when there's fucking ice all over the roads.
I wouldn't even.
And the only thing at the bottom is a guardrail and the fucking Monongahela River.
Yeah, I was driving around Squirrel Hill in Pittsburgh, and let me tell you, dude, I was just like,
almost died.
it wasn't even winter. It wasn't slick. It was a normal day, and I felt uncomfortable driving down a hill that steep.
It's scary. I mean, I already hated
You're gonna
Pittsburgh
flip your
before
car
that.
over in the winter.
Yeah,
Like, if you're not being careful, you're literally
Right.
gonna flip your car.
One more side tangent real quick before we
Okay,
go back
okay.
to bruises. Look for worst Pittsburgh. Oh wait, how's the worst Pittsburgh winter accidents?
Oh, fuck. Okay. Worst Pittsburgh winter accident.
I think I've actually seen one where a car rolled backwards down a hill and like slammed into somebody else's car.
No, Pennsylvania ranks second in study of most dangerous states. That's good.
For driving.
Yeah.
Says the average of 40 deaths per year.
The deadliest states for winter driving on Value Penguin. We just want to see an accident, though.
But go on images.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Oh, that's pretty bad.
Oh, fuck. Whoa. It says major pileups on PA highway since the year 2000.
Yeah, that's not even...
Dude, that's like a 40-car pileup.
Yeah,
Holy
whoa,
shit.
there's a lot of these. See, this is what
Oh,
we were
50
thinking.
car
where, like,
pileup?
the hill's super steep, and like there's a few cars, like SUVs slipping down it.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
man.
in my hometown, I got T-boned during the winter because somebody was going down a steep hill, and they couldn't stop at the stop sign. They slid right into me.
yeah, I hate when that happens. Sometimes you just can't stop yourself.
I hate when that happens. Yeah,
Dude, one time somebody
it's
ripped my
fucking
bumper
scary.
off. Yeah, no, I was going like I
hate
was driving
driving in
through
the
a
winter.
four-way intersection, and this wasn't even in the winter, and I didn't have a stop sign, and the dude at the intersection had one, but he thought I had a stop sign. So I'm just driving like full speed down this, and he pulls out in front of my car because he thought I had a stop sign, and I had to like slam my brakes, but I was too close to him, and like he like ripped like the entire front end of my car off.
Whoa. Where like
At college, yeah.
At college.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And like it was like I was late for class because of that.
Well, yeah, I would assume.
I had to like I was like, well, I guess I mean I'm fine. Like
Actually, one of the only other accidents I've ever been involved in was also in the wintertime. It's because some like it was another hill, like, and it, it's a hill where, the speed limit's like 45, but it was covered in like a blizzard worth of snow.
Yeah.
Everyone's like trying to go slow. And at the time I had a giant like woody wagon, like a actual like steel, like 80s car, like a heavy ass fucking station wagon, but I didn't have any weight in the back of it. Like, so it's similar to like a pickup truck where it fishtails because there's nothing in the back to like keep it, like keep the wheels on the road essentially. So, you could fishtail. And like like I was going down this hill, I was like going really slow and I wasn't like tapping the brakes, so like, cause I was trying to just steer it straight.
Yeah.
And like there was
So
a person
slip.
driving right next to me and like they were just keeping the same exact like speed. Like, you would think if you saw somebody starting to swerve, you'd be like, oh, fuck. And you'd either slow down so you're behind it, or you'd speed up so you would fucking get ahead,
So you're not next to each other.
so you're not near a car that's going out of control. But no, the person that was next to me decided to fucking stay directly beside me, and like I started swerving and shit, and then they popped their car. Instead of slowing down or speeding up, they popped their fucking passenger side tires up over the fucking sidewalk to avoid me. It's like, what the fuck? And I'm just trying to keep the car in control, and I'm like screaming at this, but like, get the fuck out of here! Like, what are you doing? And like, so yep, eventually they fucking hit me. Or I hit them because my car like turned 45 degrees. Like, my car was drifting sideways down the road before I could like steer it back to being straight.
Yeah.
And the person hit me because they had to drive directly beside me.
I won't drive beside anyone
That's one of
in
the
a winter.
I don't drive next to people on the highway because I have a newish vehicle, and I'm like, I don't want like. And then you see trucks where like a fucking rainstorm or just a sudden burst of wind, you see these trucks swaying all over the fucking road. They can't even stay in their lane. So I typically try not to drive next to anyone. And no one in the wintertime, and somebody sees me starting to fishtail on the road, oh, maybe I should be directly next to that car. That's where I want to be. And then we got in an accident, and like I'm telling the sheriff or the state highway patrolman, I'm like, he wouldn't go anywhere, like, because I got blamed for it because I lost control of my vehicle.
Yeah.
But if the person was anywhere not next to me, they would have been fine, and they didn't do that. I told the patrolman, I'm like, they drove up onto the sidewalk instead of going ahead or behind me. And he's like, yeah, they definitely didn't help things out. Like, they didn't do their part, but unfortunately, I have to write you the ticket because you're the one that lost control of your vehicle. I'm like, oh, fuck. I was so pissed at the guy. I'm just like, fuck. What are you doing?
Gotta learn to drive.
Yeah.
And people that aren't from a winter heavy or a snow heavy or cold heavy state, probably like whenever they visit one and they have to drive in the winter, they're probably all freaked out. It's scary for people that are even used to it.
Yeah, I mean,
you're gonna get bruised up, dude.
You see a lot of people driving like shit in the wintertime, and I'm always just like, I don't know what is so important that you have to drive like an absolute cock, Especially people with big fucking giant trucks, and you're just like, fuck you, fucking get in a car accident, you piece of shit. Just don't do it around me.
They got the heavy. It's heavy, and it's got the all-wheel drive. Jacob, it's fine. It's got big old truck tires. But what
if it's
I'm
not weighed down in the
that I
back,
still got up is that there's a bunch of semis that also have those tires just flipped on over into the edge of the highway.
Yeah, it says 73 sent to hospital.
Whoa, yeah. Well, look, there's so many semis flipped over next to each other that it looks like they're spooning each other. Like,
I'm surprised only 3 people died from that big of an accident. That's got to be.
The insurance company was probably pissed.
I think that's the one that was like a 50 car pileup, or maybe more, because 73 were sent to the hospital. But I was actually gonna say before that, like, when you live in the desert, it's weird because instead of like the winter making things like a driving hazard, it's actually if it rains, because it rains so infrequently that like the roads don't get like degraded, they get more like smoothed out from like instead of getting eroded from like water and like ice and snow and salt,
Yeah.
they get like smoothed out more just from like, you know, all the tar from like tires and stuff. So when it rains, you like can slip on the road, like you can spin your tires if you accelerate too fast because it's so fucking slick, you know.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's really the only driving hazard like when you're out in the Southwest.
So it's probably harder to drive in the rain in the Southwest and just they're way harder to drive in the winter in the.
Oh yeah, and people drive like
Midwest.
absolute shit when it rains out there.
Oh yeah,
it's
the
like
same, it's like the equivalent of snow here, but everybody drives fine in the rain.
That's
here.
kind of
Not
like
everybody, but most people.
Do you remember like maybe close to 10 years ago there was like snowpocalypse when it snowed in Georgia and there was like people were like abandoning their cars on the highway and
Wait,
shit.
really?
Yeah, look up snowpocalypse Georgia. It was in Atlanta. And some people made a meme out of it that it looked like the scene from The Walking Dead where everyone like abandoned their cars outside of the city.
In Atlanta, snow is a 4-letter word.
Oh, it is called Snowpocalypse Atlanta.
Yeah. The event became known simply as Snowpocalypse, despite the fact that it didn't come close to the amount of snow of any Atlanta's largest storms. It just came at the wrong time. Of course, longtime residents know the forecast of snow is no guarantee it will actually happen.
What year? Oh, 2014. Somebody else called it Snowmageddon. Yeah. Oh, man. It's just like gridlock traffic. And you can see like the city in the background.
Yeah, so they just like abandoned their cars there?
Yeah, I think some people left their cars so that it would just melt and they could go back. Or maybe they just parked their cars or something. I don't know. But everyone was like flying off the road and shit because all the drivers weren't used to it.
That's crazy.
I'm sure there were plenty of bruises to be had that day, Ryan.
There were. I mean, we know what a bruise is, but how do you get rid of a bruise?
Time.
Maybe there's a quick heal method.
Time keeps on slipping.
We could be telling people. Is a hickey a bruise? I was thinking like.
Kind of. It's because you suck somebody's blood to the surface of their skin.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why you would want to do that, but.
I mean, I guess some people find
they're marking their territory, dude.
Maybe some people enjoy the feeling of somebody sucking on their neck, but. Like, remember, like there was like a 50s word called like necking.
Necking, yeah, but that
people
was making out, not giving people.
Was
hickeys.
it?
Yeah, necking was like what you would say when you're making out. What's necking?
What is necking?
Yeah, just to go.
That's
on
where you.
Tangent
That's
here.
where you have your pants pulled down just enough to expose your shaft, but not your penis tip.
What is necking mean? Wow, that's how you can tell how many people are searching for necking. That's
What the
first
fuck
result.
is that? Necking in engineering or material science is a mode of tensile deformation where relatively large amounts of strain localize disproportionately in a small region of the material. Oh, that's kind of like
it's
it's kind of like sucking on someone's neck. The resulting prominent decrease in
causes
local
strain.
cross-sectional area provides the basis for the name neck.
Okay, well, people also ask is coming in with the real answer.
Yeah,
here,
what's necking mean sexually?
I didn't think it was a sexual thing.
Noun, informal. Kissing, caressing, and other sexual activity between partners that does not involve stimulation of the genitals or sexual intercourse.
Architecture.
I think that was going to go on to be another term for necking. Go on. Why do they call it necking on people also?
I mean, that would define what it...
Oh.
Okay. Oh, okay. Necking. Okay. Where it actually began.
It is referred to as necking because the affection mentioned above is done above the neck. Oh, okay. So
okay.
anything.
Oh, anything above the neck.
So that could be
necking.
like cuddling your heads together or something like that.
Do people? Oh, you mean like on the side? I was thinking like just people rubbing their faces together, and I was like, that's not something people do, is it?
Or spitting in your lover's mouth.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because you're not making contact though. Would spitting in your lover's mouth be necking?
COVID.
I don't think it would be considered necking.
I don't know. Maybe
It's more like swapping DNA via the air.
I don't know. That's just gross. That has nothing to do with bruising.
That's true.
Let's get off of that tangent. And
I tried with the like being like, well, I mean, a hickey is a bruise, like, right?
Well, yeah. So you can search for that.
Oh yeah, we'll figure that out. Is hickey
I mean, I guess
a bruise?
I guess hickeys would be considered as necking.
Whether you call it a hickey or a love bite, it's essentially a bruise. Oh, okay. The suction from your partner's mouth causes damage to the capillaries, which are small blood vessels under your skin. Oh, so if you're giving somebody a hickey...
You're totally causing damage to my capillaries, bro. I told you, we can touch peepees together, but just don't suck on my neck, bro. Come on, we used to do cool stuff, bro.
Yeah.
We used to hang 10.
We used to go surfing, bro.
Oh, man. So, yeah, that's what I thought. It was just a bruise where you draw the blood. That's basically like some Dracula shit.
Yeah.
I want to suck your blood.
Yeah, except you forgot to, like, poke a hole in the skin ahead of time. So
I wonder if there's, like, a movie called, like, Dracula Bruise Master.
We're going to search to see if there is.
I want to suck your pee-pee.
Dracula Bruise Master. Oh, and it's like Dracula, but he's lost his teeth, so he just keeps giving people hickeys. Because he's trying to eat, and then he starves to death in an alleyway. Wow. Dracula Bruise Master.
I don't see any results, at least not in text so far.
The first thing that comes up is Renfield. And I don't know what that is.
Sounds like we're going to have a whole podcast dedicated to... dedicated wham.
Dedicated to Dracula.
This week's episode is dedicated to Dracula.
We have to start it like that.
Yeah, we'll get to that on
We'll
a
do
different
Dracula
episode.
for
For
sure.
now, let's get off this Dracula shit. Obviously, nobody made a movie called Dracula Bruise Master, so I'm gonna have to make that into a.
Yeah, we just wanted to search
fan
for
art.
something completely unrelated to bruises again.
How do you bruise your bone, Ryan? Because I think when I slipped off of that stair, I think when I hit my leg, like, underneath my hip, I think I bruised my bone because it lingered for like 8 months.
Oh,
like
yeah.
not the bruise, but like the painful sensation of it.
That's how my left arm is right now, like my left shoulder. It doesn't show a visible bruise at all, but it's just hurt for a very long time.
Yeah, that's how my left elbow feels right now because I slept on the floor for some reason.
The best night.
But yeah, okay. A bone bruise happens when the bone gets several small cracks. Oh, I don't even want to think about that. Blood and fluid collect just under the cracks. Ligaments or cartilage near the bone bruise are also commonly damaged. A bone bruise can happen in any bone, but usually happens in bones just under the skin. Oh, so it's like, let's think about,
It's not a fracture because it's not a crack. It's just like it's a bunch of small cracks. It's like...
Yeah, like tiny little fractures. Man, I think I got away lucky because I think that's probably what happened to my leg. And the fact that I was even able to walk afterwards is probably pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Because I've had 3 broken bones in my life, and I'm not trying to collect any more. It sucks.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Winter. Fuck you, Jack Frost.
Yeah, and if a bone bruise takes that
Fuck your
long
mom,
to heal-
Jack Frost. I'm fucking Carla Frost.
I'm fucking... Is Carla Frost real?
No, probably not.
Oh, that would be Jack Frost's mom's name.
Yeah, or like Barbara. Barbara, get in here. We're making a baby tonight.
His name's gonna be Jack.
I'm putting a little Jack in you. And I'm not talking about my ice cold ding dong either.
Or this ice cold beverage I'm gonna put in my mouth before.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess the bone bruise thing is pretty straightforward. This one, my next search that I had in mind was particularly applies to you. How do you bruise your ego?
Oh. Didn't we already talk about this?
Not enough. The first step to admitting or to solving your problem, Ryan, is admitting you have one. So I think you need to look in the mirror.
9 ways. Dude, this is CNN, dude. 9 ways to unintentionally bruise a man's ego.
All right. Even though it's CNN, who knows how credible that can be? Bias. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Point out the gut is number 1.
Oh, wow.
Laugh at his small peepee is number 2.
Yeah.
Not really.
No, number 2 is insult his job, which I don't know. If somebody insulted my job, I probably wouldn't really care that much.
Compare him to an athlete is number 3. So it's like, oh, you're kind of like Jose Altuve, if he wasn't handsome.
Oh, man.
Because Jose Altuve is like a really short baseball player.
Yeah. Compare him to a musician. I mean, oh yeah, the example's got Bon Jovi in it, so
guys will be pretty humiliated when their faults are summed up in a comparison to Bon Jovi or Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
Woo! On the road again. Man. Wait, what's that song? Is that Bon Jovi? Here I am. Oh wait, no, that's fucking Bob Seger.
Oh man.
Turn the page. That's
he's looking like the ugly Bee Gee.
Fucking Metallica covered Turn the Page. It's so fucking bad. Yeah, they did that like 10 years ago or something. It fucking sucks.
That shit will bruise your ears.
Oh yeah, it will. It really will, especially if you play it loud enough.
But the thing that'll bruise your ears bruise your ego, yeah, is comparing you to your father.
Number 5.
That's deep, dude. I'm bruised.
Oedipus.
6.
Buy him big clothes.
Oh, I feel like that's like.
Oh, I thought you were fatter.
Wait,
wow.
You don't wear a large? You don't wear an extra
it
large?
You don't wear 6L? Fuck. Like, no, I wear a large. What the fuck? Well, I guess I can use it as a fucking blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says mothers are famous for this one. They'll buy their son clothes that are just large enough to be insulting.
They're just looking
They just
for
want
your growth.
They just want to make sure that you don't have to take it back.
Yeah, they want to make sure
it's better to be too big than too small.
And then it's going to last a while. Like, you're not going to grow out of it in like a year or something.
It also depends on the t-shirt, right? I mean, like, the shirt I'm wearing is a large, and like a lot of my shirts are XL, but this one, a large is just fine.
Yeah.
So, it just depends on the type of shirt. Some of those, like, a lot of those shirts, like, you can get from, like, Hot Topic or something where they're, like, stretchy material. I guess they call them slim fit. Like, those can be smaller because they, like...
I think some of the ones I have are that, but not too many.
I'm sure if you had, like, a Pierce the Veil shirt, that might be a stretchy... slim fit shirt.
I do have a Pierce the Veil shirt. So.
Or Bring Me the Horizon.
Yep.
Or
I would wear that.
Or Alexis on Fire.
Yeah.
Is that the name of the band?
Yeah,
or is it Alex?
The one where it doesn't have spaces in it, so it's really confusing.
I never
like, is it Alex is on fire or Alexis on fire? It's Alexis, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? That type of music sucks shit.
That
anyways.
guy became a
That's another thing.
Acoustic kind of like folk singer.
There's my pain, la 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 pain. Wow! I fucking hate everyone. Fuck you.
That was actually a pretty.
Throw that shit right into the garbage
good
can.
Parody of a screaming voice right there. That was pretty good.
Even if it's a digital download, drag and drop it into the recycling bin. Like, fuck that shit. Number 7. Compliment someone he hates.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, you've done that to me before.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
did it bruise your ego though? Like, why would that bruise your ego?
I guess not, but I'm not a very egotistical person.
There you go.
I
Treat
mean,
him like
I know
he's
you can't
poor.
relate
that'll,
to that.
That'll bruise his ego.
Treat him like he's poor. Yep. Oh, you look like you need a little money, or your shoes are getting a little scuffed up. Your Jordans just aren't as crystal, not crystal, but they aren't as pure, bright white as they used to be. Here's $5 for some magic erasers.
Did you get that graphic tee at Walmart?
Did you get that graphic tee at Five Below?
Did you get that graphic tee at the Goodwill?
Did you get that graphic tee at Mark's? That's a regional reference for you.
Did you get that graphic tee at Gabriel Brothers?
It's just Gabe's now, Ryan.
Yeah, they
fucking get
changed
your
it.
shit together.
They changed it on me.
Did you get that graphic tee from Dollar General?
Do they even have graphic tees at Dollar General?
They probably just have plain
Did you
tees.
get that graphic tee at Walgreens?
Walgreens. I've actually seen graphic tees at Walgreens before.
Yeah, that's
Like you could be in like a big city or something.
That's like you only buy in a graphic tee at Walgreens if you
shit your shirt.
Yeah. I was thinking like if you like spilled something all over your
Oh,
shirt.
frig! I pooped on my shirt.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, it's like it's an extra large shirt, too big for you. You go to sit down on the toilet, it drags underneath, and you just poop on your own shirt.
I feel like
You can do that.
I feel like somebody's got to bring moo-moos back.
Dude, some kid told me he did that once when I was younger, where he was like had his shirt drag into the toilet and he didn't notice and he pooped on it.
Oh.
I don't see how that would happen. It doesn't seem plausible. It's like I would know.
I shit on my shirt.
I would definitely know if my shirt was in the toilet. Like, there's no way.
Oh,
Wouldn't you
yeah, if it
feel
was
next to
directly
your-
underneath your
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah, it's like it wrapped around and it's like underneath you in the toilet water. It's like, unless you're really, really needing to go, like, you're going to notice that.
Yeah. Or if you think that it's a fart.
Oh, here's the thing.
And
Even
you
if you
shit
didn't
yourself.
shit on your own shirt while you were in the bathroom.
Who the fuck shit on my shirt?
Yeah, even if you didn't, and it
You just play it
drained
off like,
itself
what
in
the fuck?
Like somebody just did it from behind like a drive-by shitter.
Oh, a drive-by shitter.
No.
Yeah, I feel like that would be... I don't know. I mean, I'm sure like there's plenty of ladies who have to deal with that because they have,
probably.
if they're wearing a dress, you know.
Oh yeah. See, that's excusable.
You don't want to take your entire dress off to go shit, so they probably just pull it up and like roll it up around their waist.
But the thing is, they pull it up. You would notice if your dress fell in the toilet, like.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like even if you just had it touch the toilet water, you would still not want to wear that shirt anymore. Like, Walgreens is making bank off of this for real. Like,
ladies, I just gotta admit, I'm gonna have to go.
Shit all over my shirt. I'm gonna admit it right now.
I went to use the powder room, and I had a little bit of rumbly in my tumbly, and I'm just gonna have to go because they pooped all over my dress. I just shit all over my dress. Ladies, I'm gonna have to call it an early evening. I just shit all over my dress. Susie, did y'all? I just noticed the fringe of your dress there. Did you shit on your dress? Sneezy, don't draw attention to it. I know I shit on me dress. Please, I can't even.
Why?
It looks like you got a little bit of doo-doo on your dress.
Yeah, you've got shit on your dress. I don't know if you know, but I'm being your friend and letting you know. If somebody shit on your dress, then I'm here for you.
Then y'all encounter a
Let's go over to
drive-by
Walgreens
shutter.
to get you a new dress. Walgreens has just graphic tees and dresses, and they like have a sign up that's like, for anyone who shits themselves, Walgreens.
Oh,
Because
man.
you won't feel embarrassed going in there and buying it because it's not like you're going to like a store like a Walmart where there'd be a bunch of people around. It's like Walgreens. Just like usually there's no one in there, and the shirt section and dress section is secluded, so you don't have to let anyone see that you pooped all over your dress.
Yeah, if you're in Myrtle Beach, they'll probably have
Yeah.
like a swim trunks section as well.
Maybe
Maybe get yourself a Walgreens branded bikini.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're on vacation out somewhere, you're going to want to buy a new swimsuit either. Plus, you're also not going to want to stop having a good time, and you're just going to shit yourself.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be one way to bruise your ego is if you shit your dress.
Yeah, for sure. If you shit yourself in public at any point, it'll probably bruise your ego.
I pooped on my dress.
Oh, number 9, laugh during sex.
Yeah, this is the last one.
Yeah.
That's the last straw.
Poop during sex.
Or poop during sex.
Poop on your dress during
I'm sure
sex.
that's happened. Well,
Probably.
yeah, even on the dress.
Yeah. It's like you're in the movie theater and just something...
I mean, sometimes there's reason for a laugh to be had during sex,
Oh,
it just happens.
It happens.
It's a fun time, you don't want it to be too dour.
Yeah, you don't want it to be too serious.
I rather it be, lighthearted and silly more than I would want it to be somber. Somber sex?
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Sounds like fucking a nun. I don't want to fuck a nun.
I feel like a nun would be real freaky, actually.
I just pooped my...
I just pooped my...
My habit. I got poop all over my habit.
What is a nun's dress called?
I think it is called a habit. Or maybe
habit?
that's their hat. Search nun habit.
Nun?
I got a nun habit. I can't fuck anyone but nuns.
I can't talk to anybody but nuns.
Wow, somebody said, what is a nun's habit called? On People
Religious
Also
habit.
Ask.
Oh, yeah. It says the habits of monks and nuns are identical. So they wear a scarf called an apostolnik. Apostolnik?
Apostolnik?
Apostolnik? Wow.
Click
that's
on
cool.
what is a nun's habit called on People Also Ask. I just want to see what the answer is. Oh, it's from like a message board or something.
Yeah, the clothing
it's generally
of a
called
nun
a
or-
habit. Yeah.
yeah.
The head covering is called a veil. The veil may be attached to a
I've
white
shit
cap.
all over my habit.
Excuse me, I'm going to have to leave now. I've
I'm going
soiled
to have
my
to go
habit.
to Walgreens and buy a new habit. So they've got this section where it's just like
Swim trunks, and
graphic tees,
habits.
graphic tees, dresses, and habits.
Where's your habit aisle? I've soiled mine with poop, with human excrement from my own anus.
I would rather poop myself than find poop on me from someone else.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a given. You don't want none of that Hep C poop on you.
Yeah. And I feel like that's similar to like bruises, dude, because I would rather give myself a bruise than find a bruise on me. Like I'd rather know what it was from instead of getting one of those random ones. I've gotten random bruises before.
Yeah.
I want to know how a banana bruises. Or why a banana
Well,
bruises.
I think most fruit can get bruised.
Why
like
does
an apple or
fruit bruise?
Why my fruit be bruising? I woke up this morning, my apples got bruises all over them. Who fucking touching my apples?
There's a very clear answer
It's
to
from
this.
Science American or scientificamerican.com. The short answer is that the chemical compounds in the fruit are oxidized when the skin of the fruit and hence the walls and membranes of the cells within the fruit is ruptured, allowing oxygen in. These compounds react with the oxygen, usually incorporating it into the molecular structure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thanks a lot, air. Fucking up my fruit!
Yeah.
No, that's like if you drop an apple. And
Yeah, it's because the skin's broken.
It's 'cause it's
and it lets
damaged.
the air in.
But
bananas
it's
bruise without
oxygenated.
dropping them. They
So-
just bruise on their own.
So the
They're
bruise
getting
of,
old.
so bruising in fruits is essentially like rust on metal.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
oxidized.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. Rust and
And only
bruises.
slightly different than bruising on us.
It's pretty different. The bruising on fruit is pretty different
Yeah, it's
than
chemical.
human bruising
Yeah, it's chemical.
or ego
You don't
bruising.
bruise your skin by having oxygen, like, touch it, because you'd be bruised all over all the time.
Just so we can wrap up this episode nice and clean with a little button on it, I'm going to do a little experiment here. I'm going to see if I can say something to bruise your ego, and then you can retaliate in hand. So here we go. I'm going to try this out, see if I can bruise your ego. Ryan?
Yeah?
You are...
You really want to keep that in there?
It's already bleeped out.
Oh my god.
All right, now try to insult me and hurt my ego.
Okay. Jacob?
Mm-hmm.
You alright?
Well, see you next Tuesday.